Hello brothers and sisters, this is Sir Eisenstein, Captain of the Iron Hands. Today I really want to make a quick video on the latest released by the Everguild for the 2.0 update for our game, the Horus Heresy Legions. It's been a long time coming, this update, and they released it with a really cool teaser video as well, so if you haven't checked it out, please do so. What I want to do is really quickly just review what's the new update and why it matters. Now, this is different than the standard patch updates that tries to balance the game. This is more of a quality of life improvement, and it's been desperately needed. As great as the game it was lacking some of the more fancy animation, more polished edges around it, giving it a a simple card game as well. And it's competing games like Hearthstone and other big titles. It desperately needed this, and it desperately needed some extra game modes as well. And this update basically addresses pretty much all of the issues of the game in terms of the quality of life, and on top of that there's also a bit of a balance changes as well. So starting off, I'm just sharing my screen really quickly to read what's going on. Now we have single player campaigns. Now previously we had a single player campaign, aka the tutorial. It wasn't the best thing ever, but it was quite cool in my opinion, and I really enjoyed it, and it was one of the things that made me like the game when I first started. It really did explain, as I haven't played any other card game like Hearthstone for example. So it was quite cool. And in the game here now, if you go to your menu here in the battle section, you will see a campaign up there, and what they're talking about is they will change the campaign every couple of weeks, and we get to see different perspectives, different warlords and different storylines as well. So it's different than the events that big battles is going on. It's going to be more focused on individual characters and individual events. And I think it's going to add quite a bit of character to the game as well, and it's a bit of a change as well in terms of a game mode, that you don't have to play either event or competitive rank. Now you have a little bit of a laid back, relaxed and different version of the game as well, which is quite cool. Very nice addition. On top of that, now we have more achievements as well. Going back to the game, so if you click on achievements, we're going to have a lot more achievements going on. If you haven't logged into your game, the first time you logged in, on the top bar here you will receive 200 new notifications. It looks a bit intimidating at first, but again, welcome achievement, as majority of the experienced players, they already had all of the achievements, and it's not necessarily too hard to achieve. Win 12 battles in an event or log in 7 days. They were quite easy to do, and with this one it just adds a bit of more flavor to the game and something to try to achieve. You might not necessarily aiming for rank, but now with this play 100 cards with reflection and you get one of these new points. It's just something to strive against, and it's something that experienced players and the new players alike that can work towards. That it just breaks the mundane go play rank game, try to save some gems and coins and buy cards. It just different kind of achievements, similar to the challenges we have like here, but now we have challenges in a bigger scale. And I know some people that are big on trying to do this achievement, so it's another big plus. Moving on, we also have some graphical improvements as well. Again, this part is quite important. The game was a little bit rough around the edges in this regard, and what they did is, if I go to this deck here for example, if you click on a card, you see this top bar here. Now it shows the rarity of a card. So if it's legendary, you're going to have this 4. If it's like the most basic cards, only 1 gray bar here on the top. So it just makes it a little bit more recognizable, a little bit more easier to distinguish different types of cards. And also you all have a little bit of a border going around as well. You can see in the left bottom corner here. Here you can see the both corners, and for legendary cards as well, just a lot more going on, and it just makes it a little bit more recognizable in terms of the rarity of the card. And there's also added animations to the game as well. I haven't seen all of it yet, but the new frames, this is a welcome addition, so thank you EG for adding this as well. Moving up is the deck flags. What deck flags is, if you go to your decks here, now you have option to add these. So for example, I have here two Gabriel Santar decks. They're both different and I have a video coming up on them, so stay tuned guys. So for example, this one I know for a fact is a more slower deck and this one is a faster deck. Now what you can do, you can add something that for you indicates it's a slower deck, and this one as a faster deck for example, and there's different variations as well. So it's quite cool in a sense that now it just lets you identify what kind of deck it is if you know what it is. Of course you could have always changed the names, but it's quite easy to get lost, and I'm type of a person that puts really random names of it or don't put a name at all. So this is stunning upgrade, and if they could have added a little bit more deck slots as well, that could have been just cream on the top, but not complaining here. Another great feature they add, and again this update in terms of quality life, I cannot stress this enough that it's stunning. Now we have a full action lock. Now previously you could have seen, you know, around what 8-10 moves, previous moves of you and the opponent, which was okay, but sometimes there's a lot of things going on, especially in the late game, and you lose track. For example, myself, I like to play this game when I'm cooking, and I can't be focusing on the game all the time. As I'm cooking, I need to go back and check the log, and if there has been more than, you know, the X amount of actions, I would have lost what actually happened in my opponent's turn. So this is actually a very welcome update. We have promotional codes as well, so it's good, you know, it's good that this can be helpful drawing new players. Nothing outstanding, but good to have. But one of the biggest things is for the balance as well, night houses. Now night houses has been a bit controversial, that it's been hard to balance in terms of what they are, and they pretty much only effective in High Terra. If you look at the Low Terra or any other stats the Everguild releases, night houses is not really effective. They actually lose quite a bit of game. But in the High Terra they are dominating a bit, and to be honest, this last month they've been fairly popular again. Not that they haven't been before, but it's been really boring playing against these guys. And now the update is, if you stun the enemy warlord, the weapons, the night weapons also gets stunned as well, and that's a big thing. I mean, it's not game breaking, it's not demolishing it, and not every faction is going to have a stun, but now it's just an extra step that you know how to stop these night houses. It's not anymore that unstoppable weapons dealing damage to you every single turn. Now you know for a fact that stun has a value against the night houses, and I'm sure it's going to bring their win rates down a couple of %. So it's a big thing. Again guys, this was a really quick video. I just wanted to talk about what's been going on, and I'm really happy with this update. Thank you again, thank you Everguild for doing this. It's a big quality of life. Most people actually expected this game to die out, as we have all of the major Astartes legions in the game now, but this just shows that they are still committed to the game. This shows that Everguild is still trying to improve and still investing time, money and effort in it, and as an experienced player I am really happy about it. It just motivates me to play this game even more. So thank you for watching guys. I have more videos coming in. I've been slow recently as my parents-in-law has been visiting us, so it's tight in the house. I don't have much time to record, but more videos are upcoming soon. So if you like this video, make sure to drop a like, and well, why not subscribe as well. Stay safe, and the Emperor protects.